It is still just two people making music, you know what I mean? It's kind of like wearing several layers of clothes. You're still the same person, you just got more bits hanging off you. You know, it's a little bit like that, but at the core of it, it's still the two of us, which feels kind of nice.
We still are a duo, but as a live outfit, we have band members that fill in, you know, and we just when we first started the band, it was like in 1998, and there wasn't that many bands that were that crazy, you know, so we just didn't think it was possible.
Yeah,
and then
it's not that we didn't want to do it,
yeah.
It didn't even occur to us to do it. That was why we didn't do it. But
and then our friends from Napalm Death, the drummer and the bass player, they said that they'll do our first shows with us, so
it was the BBC that started it.
That's right, that's right, yeah.
We got asked to do a Peel session for the BBC, and we did that as the two of us, as we normally do it. And then they asked us back to do another live thing for another programme on the radio. And we thought, well, how can we make it different? Well, let's try to do it as an actual proper band. So we got Shane from Napalm, and we got Nick, who used to be in Dimmu Borgir and Testament and stuff like that. And one of our friends to play the guitar, and we put it together. Once we'd done that, like there's a magazine in the UK called Terrorizer, and they were putting together what they wanted to be their like Christmas party kind of thing, and they asked us if we'd do a gig. You know, we'd never done one, and we went, yeah, fuck it, why not? And it worked well enough that we thought, actually, yeah, we can do this. Happened organically without us trying.
Yeah. And now we play shows all the time, and it's awesome.
Toured in Canada before. So yeah, this isn't the first time we've been to Toronto, but it is the first time that we've been properly through the States, you know, doing that kind of thing. It's been quite fun, but we've done it completely the wrong way. Usually if you got like 2 weeks to tour, you do one coast or the other coast, you know, maybe come up to Canada or something. But we started on one coast and we've gone right the way through into Canada to the opposite coast. So the drives have been murderous. But we've had fun. We've seen some things that we wouldn't see at home. Tornado warnings in Kansas City. Lots of dead things.
We've played a few shows in America before, though. We played Maryland Death Fest before, and we played like in LA, and we did a cruise, that 70,000 tons of metal cruise in Miami. Yeah. And we did one in Scion Fest in California.
But those have been like one-off,
yeah,
basically like promotional things, you know, rather than actually doing a tour. So
yeah,
it's
good.
It's been cool.
Right, pretty quick.
It's not like there's an intentional amount of time that we take between albums, though.
No.
We do an album, and then after a while, you get the right feeling. It's time to do it again, and it just so happens that that's quite regularly. It's not we don't plan when to release anything. It's done when it's done, and that's it.
We have started writing new music, but it's not like planned or anything. I think we actually planned for it to be written by the time we did this tour, because she could stay over, but that hasn't happened. But so we'll aim for it, because we have to kind of aim, because we live in different countries, so we have to aim to have like a certain time when we can do the vocals. So I have to get the music ready at that point, you know. But probably towards the end of the year we'll record it, so it can get released like early next year, I guess. Something like that.
We have a working title as well, but I'm not going to tell you. we have an internal working title.
We produce our albums ourselves as well, so it's we can record things whenever we want to, you know. So
I wouldn't use the term well-oiled machine though, because that implies something a bit like a conveyor belt or something, whereas there's pretty much no planning in anything we do at all. So it might be an efficiently functioning biological organism rather than a well-oiled machine, if you know what I mean. There's a bit of randomness to it all the time.
I can't be as in a
about contrast. But I think in almost everything, people notice contrast more than they notice absolutes. So having one thing juxtaposed with another enhances both of them, if that makes sense.
And again, we don't set out to do that. That's just the way the songs happen, you know. That's just the way they come out.
All of it is about the mood. We have never really acknowledged any genre differences. We don't think about them. We like the extremity, but it'd be easy enough to do like 1,000 BPM on a drum machine and put static over the top of it. That would be more extreme, but it wouldn't be satisfying to us. You know, we like stuff that's actually got some structure to it and whatnot. So it's not an attempt to make the most extreme music possible, but what we want to do happens to be really quite abrasive. So
more about dynamics as well, you know, like you can't just play fast all the time, because if you put like slower sections in, it makes the fast bits seem more crazy, and then you make the slow bits sound totally brutal as well. So it's more, it's just more dynamics, and it's more interesting, I think.
We don't describe our music to people. That's what journalists do. We play it. It's not like there's an intentional amount of time that we take between albums, though.
No.
We do an album, and then after a while, you get the right feeling. It's time to do it again, and it just so happens.